went to see Crawl, and boy oh boy, talk about forgettable. Director Alexander Aja is responsible for this summer's blockbuster creature feature as he brings to life a story of a father-daughter's duo triumphant battle against CGI alligators in their flooded Florida home. That said, let's get into this review. Oh, and spoiler alert, I guess, if you don't want me to ruin this summer's most terrifying movie, go see the movie, check it out, and come back and see this review. Alright, so promo and production. Not sure how alone I am in this, but did anyone else find it's slight poor taste or odd to release a hurricane film during hurricane season? I mean, considering Barry just came through and tap danced all throughout the state of Louisiana, the memories of Katrina's past, and Houstonians still reeling from Harvey's merciless antics out here, hell, maybe Barry helped promote the film just a little bit, because silver linings. Oh, and also, fun fact, Sam Raimi, who directed The Evil Dead and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, he's part of the production team. He's a producer on this film, which is the reason why I probably chuckled here and there during the film in the theater. Alright, so characters and writing. For a cast of not so recognizable faces, to me at least, none of which really stuck out or put on a groundbreaking performance. I was rooting for Sugar, the family dog, the entire time. You know how they put animals in there to kind of catch the characters off guard or to use them as a sacrifice, like in I Am Legend, to invoke emotion from the crowd. I was just hoping that nothing happened to that sweet, sweet dog, because he, one of the few characters that actually had character in the movie. But yeah, so the movie begins with our female lead, Haley, in swim class, I assume as a teenager, which I knew from the jump would factor into the story much, further down the line, because most of this film takes place in and or underwater. So, I mean, swimming would have to be one of her strengths, right? And majority of this film is basically obvious callbacks to previous items or facts about our characters, which is a thing in most films, but there was just a lack of subtlety that made me roll my eyes the entire time. Her swim coach gives her a pep talk calling her an apex predator, which she would then recall when swimming against the gators later in the movie, because they too are apex predators, because high school biology. Most of the film's exposition was fed to us through phone calls to her sister, who serves zero purpose in the film beyond letting us know how much no one in their family gets along. Now, in the present, Haley goes past a police barricade to the now flooded neighborhood in Florida somewhere to get her father, who decided to board his house on the day of a hurricane's, I don't know if meteorologists can predict the height of a hurricane, but on that day, her father decided to board up their house and, keep everything safe. The hurricane, Haley finds her dad in the basement unconscious with a bite on his shoulder. While looking for something to help get her father to safety, she finds a screwdriver, which again I thought would come up in the future, and it did, as she stabs the gator that bit him in the eye. But Raggy, our characters learn there are two more gators in their home, one actually played by Scarlett Johansson. So while this daddy-daughter gator escape continues, our characters keep getting bit but rarely ever succumbing to their wounds, all of which made this movie hilarious, considering that I went to see this film with a friend who was a nurse. Seriously, an alligator chewed up Haley's leg, and in the next scene, she's just running and out swimming and cutting cartwheels and, basically out swimming these reptilians. After a couple of disposable characters came to either help save them or indirectly provide a means of escape, there were looters who got eaten by more gators leaving their boat for the taking, and outsmarting the gators, our heroes made it to the roof of their house as a rescue helicopter came down to save them, and not just them, but Sugar, the family dog, most of all. Alright, so on to cinematography. This film was nothing more than a glorified sci-fi original movie. You know the ones I'm talking about, the Dino Croc versus Megalodon, Ice Spiders, Frankenfish, Sharknado, anyone? From the effects to the set, my god, even the rain looked fake. Twister did it better. For those that aren't 90s babies, go see Twister with Bill Paxton and let me know what you think. And the gators were CGI to hell and back. Their eyes were actually glowing red. We get it. They are our antagonists. Way to make the alligators have more character than the actual human characters in this movie. and I cackled. The practical effects in Twister, like I said, were much better than this movie. The alligator in Jumanji, R.I.P. Robin Williams, was more realistic than the one in this 2019 film. And those damn jump scares were, instead of filmmakers just letting the fear build and the tension build and trusting their work to be scary or suspenseful on its own merits, the sudden doo-doo and or something popping out with the music sting like boo, like, it's not scary. Alright, so final thoughts on Crawl. This movie has been done before twice. It's called Lake Placid, and it came out in 1999. And then there was also Deep Blue Sea, which also released in 99. The plot conveniences, or should I say plot inconveniences, were annoying. Like, uh-oh, the father is injured. That'll make it harder to get out. Uh-oh, my phone fell in the path of the gator and got stepped on by the gator's foot and crushed. Whoa, can't get out of the basement through the second hatch because Daddy Dearest put a cabinet on top of it. Whoa, the gators are having babies in the sewer nearby. Whoa, levees are about to break. This movie was basically framed like a video game, from each obstacle to every tool that lights up like we're in an RPG that would help our characters out of each level of difficulty. Now, for some reason, Crawl has an 84% certified fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, so somebody is entertained. And don't let me stop you from seeing this movie. So, with that being said, this movie was stale as months-old Cheerios left in the box that was left open and predictable. And I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10.